Alright everybody, welcome to another episode of Psycho's Platters, always part of a coffee each and every time. So I know you may be asking yourself, what is the Mighty Psyko going to do today on this nighttime edition of Jukebox from Hell? That's right, we are up to episode 28 in the series, alright? Before we get into that, if you have not had a chance to see episode 27, Bay City Rollers, Strangers in the Wind, go check that out. You might be pleasantly surprised. I've had a lot of good reactions to that video, which was by request from Big Bad White Cracker. This one here, I came across this CD a few years ago. We're going to be talking about, it's a curveball for some of you guys. I don't think you guys would expect. I actually do like metal too and all kinds of others. So we're going to be looking at, from the album and band 2WO, Voyeurs. That's right, from 1998, March to be exact, for Voyeurs. Now, before we get into this here, now normally I say on a record collecting standpoint, but this is a CD this time, so here's the front and here's the back. Now you've got a train motif here, all right. It's kind of a train motif along with sex-based. Here's your inlay card, okay. Let's see, the CD itself, I'm going to show you this. She looks like that. This is very strange, okay? I'm going to go off and probably do a video bonus for about 2 of these tracks, all right? So, oh boy, remember when we used to read CD booklets? Okay, so you've got your lyrics are all here, right? And then you've got all that. So yes, you've got all different kinds of things going on. Because, let's face it, we know what a voyeur is. Hell, I'm probably guilty of it. I think we're all guilty of it to some degree. But anyways. Alright, so that's your CD collecting standpoint here. So, like I said, released in March of 1998. It was the only album between, now get this, Rob Halford, this is post Judas Priest the first time, and Fight, that's right, and John 5, yeah, Marilyn Manson, Rob Zombie, later to be David Lee Roth and others, of course Motley Crue now. 9 Inch Nails' Trent Reznor has executive producer credit on this particular CD. Production duties went to Rob Marlette, who he worked with Red Square Black EP, which was one of John 5's early projects. Would end up going to DLR Band when John was there, and others. And Dave Ogilvy from Skinny Puppy. By the way, all of the research today, I had to go a little bit out there for this one. I did try to glean off of Rob Halford's official website. I had to kind of do a little rabbit holes, if you will, in regards to getting a little more information than I normally do. Of course, AllMusic and Wiki helped some, but there was like a metal form or two, and you'll have to forgive me. I'm an idiot, I didn't write them down, but so Halford previously had his second album with Fight, A Small Deadly Space, in late 1995, with a tour following that. The 2 album was recorded in 1997. So, here's the thing, alright? It only charted 176. Yeah, that's it. 176 at the time. 2 singles were released, I Am a Pig and Deep in the Ground. Videos were made. neither one of the singles charted. So, our regular players for this particular piece, we're going to have Rob Halford on vocals, John Lowery, aka John 5, on guitar and bass, Barb Marlette does extra duties on keyboard and bass, and Phil Western, who does keyboard and drum programming. Yes. So, the first video for the first single, I Am a Pig. Halford hired porn director Chi LaRue to direct the video. It's grainy S&M scenes and porn stars. Like I said, we'll put that in the video bonus. Amazingly enough, it's not banned. Alright? Because I just looked at it a few days ago. And then I'll show you Deep in the Ground. But let's get to the meat and potatoes of this. 11 tracks here on this. Track 1, I Am a Pig. What a kick-ass way to start this album. Yes, electrotechno Halford. Yeah, I came up with that. Always liked his voice, but really digging this. John 5 and the band do a great job on this song, and that's true. Track 2, Stutter Kiss. Another cooker with at times Halford doing different vocal things. Once again, band chugging along great. Track 3, Water's Leaking. This one was okay, not great, but okay. Track 4, My Ceiling's Low. A nice dark groove here. Track 5, Leave Me Alone. Another cooker. Track 6, If. Meh. Track 7, Deep in the Ground. Like I said, the second single off of the album. It's an okay song. Track 8, Hey, Sha-La-La. In the words of part of the song, it's alright, it's okay. Track 9, Wake Up. Good rocker, definitely wakes you up. Track 10, Gimp. Another one to keep you going, and we close out the album with Bed of Rust. Okay, this is what I wrote. Why do I see this being used in a horror movie? It would fit as background music, and it's a great way to end this album. Now, afterwards, there was a tour actually for this album, but it only was a European tour. The tour got pulled. I don't know how many tour dates were done, but basically your tour was in '98. Halford then went on to create Halford in 1999. Resurrection, which was the first album, was released in 2000. More solo albums come, and then in July 2003, went back to Judas Priest. John 5, well, after 2, he joins the DLR band, David Lee Roth band, and he's on that really good album, DLR Band. That's the one that's got Betty Page on the cover. You need to seek that out, okay, seriously. But also, he does join Marilyn Manson, and he stays till 2004. In 2002, pre-Reznor mixes of Voyeurs is made available on Halford's website and includes 2 unreleased songs and an unreleased demo, Silent Screams, which would be revived for the Halford Resurrection album. So here's what this amazed me. All right, I already like Judas Priest. I do. I already like John 5. The guy is a wizard. Yeah, I'm going to say wizard. All right. Almost everything he touches, I don't want to say turns to gold, but you get what I'm saying here. And then when you get Trent Reznor in the mix, and I'm not much of a big Nine Inch Nails fan, mind you, but it seems like they did a really great job on this. Do you want to know the main suck point of this? that there wasn't another album, because I really would have loved to have heard another album from this lineup, seriously. Like I said, techno electro Halford. Who would have thunk that it worked so well? The album kicks ass. It ain't perfect. I'd say probably there's about 2 tracks that maybe could have been replaced. Maybe they could have gone off and replaced them with the 2 unreleased. I don't know. You can be musical detective on that particular episode yourself. But let me ask you this. Are you a Halford, John 5, Trent Reznor fan? Did you get this in 1998? Now, I found out, I did a little digging around. The last time the figures were checked, it was almost 50,000 copies were sold. Almost. Of this CD. That's it. No more of that. So did you end up getting this? Were you lucky enough to get this CD? If you did, what's the favorite song on here? Are you, like I said, are you a Judas Priest, John 5, Trent Reznor? What's your favorite songs from any or all of them? Okay. Do you agree with me that there should have been a second studio album? I'll tell you right now, I am going to send that to Rob Halford and John 5 and maybe Trent Reznor. I want them to know that it's an awesome album. It's not fair. And the critics, okay, remember I told you that's one of the 3 points of Jukebox from Hell. The critics shit on this album. And I'm like, you know, ladies and gentlemen, the fans know more than the critics most of the time, okay? So you let me know about that. So you're probably asking yourself, and even if you're not, you're going to get it anyway. What is the next episode of Jukebox from Hell? We're going to go back. We're almost done with the season, mind you. We're almost done with season 3. This is kind of sort of requested, at least the band. This album I happened to find. I was very surprised I found it. So we're going to go back 10 years. Okay? This band in the 70s, early 80s couldn't do no wrong. But by 1988, it was falling apart. Actually, it probably was falling apart a couple of years before this. But ladies and gentlemen, for episode 29 on your scorecard, we will be reviewing Little River Band's Monsoon from 1988. That's right. Barely any copies of this made it to vinyl. Seriously, this is a nice gold stamp promo on this. But we'll talk more about that on the next time from Jukebox from Hell. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, the season is almost winding down. Boy, oh boy, do I got a groaner surprise for you to end season 3. But, like I said, if you've got any more suggestions for future episodes of Jukebox, put them in the comments. And I've got a request book, alright? I've been writing them down the best I can. And who knows? We may do yours. And if we do, you get a shout out. And that's how it works. So until next time, always powered by coffee each and every time. I want you to take care. God bless. Rock on. We're almost at the end of 2023 here. So I want to say Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and hope 2024 is better for all of us. Take care.